Joe Coleman.
What college did you go to?
Well, I attended several colleges. I attended Tyler Junior College, the University of Texas at Tyler, the University of Houston, Prairie View A&M University, and Baylor University.
Okay. How do you like working at North Shore Senior High?
I love working at North Shore Senior High. It's a nice, comprehensive, large high school. As a matter of fact, it's the largest high school in Houston, so I love it.
What inspires you to do what you do?
I like working with teachers. I like working with students. I really like working with students, and really that's kind of the highlight of my job. I have right at 3,500 students here, and so I have an opportunity to interact with them on a daily basis, and I also have an opportunity to work with them and to assist them and help them out. Also to go and visit them when they're participating in extracurricular activities. I like going to their games and to the band concerts and to all those different things.
How do you handle a bad situation with students?
Well, in every situation, you try to make sure that you're treating students with respect. And I think if it's a bad situation, if you just hear what they have to say, try to calm them down, sit down and talk with them. And, I normally say, give them examples of how you can turn a negative into a positive, and hopefully by the time they leave the office, they're in a better mood.
What do you think of the idea of having open school lunch?
Well, I've been a principal at a high school, a large high school, comprehensive high school in West Texas that had open lunch. And it was nice because it was an opportunity for students to get off campus and go to lunch. The negative or the downside was that the sophomores couldn't go. And it was a school just like this. It was 10 through 12. The sophomores were not allowed to go, and they used to skip to go. But it was in a town, a city, a small city, about 100,000. So students knew where to go and eat and get back to campus on time. Whereas North Shore, I think at North Shore I would oppose that because North Shore is so big. It's such a large, comprehensive high school, and it would be very difficult to monitor students coming on campus and leaving off campus. And nowadays we look at it as a big safety issue because I'm responsible for all 3,500 students. So if my students leave campus and have an accident, I'm responsible for it. Or they leave campus and I don't know that they're gone, parents are holding me responsible for it. So I don't think it's such a good idea for North Shore Senior High.
What would be a negative effect towards the student if you do have open lunch?
Well, I don't think that in most cases, I don't think the students would see it as negative. I think they would see it as an opportunity to go off campus and get them something to eat, because many of them that I talk to say, I don't like the cafeteria food. So I don't think it'd be a negative. I don't think it would be a negative with them. Probably be a negative with the police officers and the principals and the teachers.
Mm-hmm. You say a reason why it's a negative thing for the students to get out of school. What are some other reasons that make you not want to open the school?
Well, the number one reason would be safety issues. That's the number one issue. Also, there is an opportunity where students can go and do things that they're not supposed to do. They can go and be out, they can participate in some type of criminal act. There are situations where young ladies are sexually assaulted. That can occur during lunches. There could be accidents to where students get involved in an accident and possibly may be killed or have a life-sustaining injury. So any of those things could happen, and I think it could be a very negative on our school and on the community.
What are some things you think we as students can do to convince you to let us have open school lunch?
Well, I think it's always a good opportunity for students to maybe do a petition, write some letters to me, and use that as an opportunity to develop their leadership skills. And I would certainly listen to all of those things. I would also say to them that that's not really a Joe Coleman, Dr. Coleman decision, because I would have to take that to the school board and to my superintendent, and they would have to approve that. And so with that being said, I don't know that we would get that far, because I would tell them from the jump start that the possibility of them approving that would be not very good, especially if I, as the principal, don't think it's a great idea.
If we did already have school lunch, open school lunch, what would be some reasons for it to be shut down?
I think you go back to the same reasons that I just mentioned. And, you know, we would make a decision based on data. So it might be that we look at data and say, you know, the tardies for juniors and seniors went way up. Or, you know, there were 3 accidents last week where students were injured. Or we've got a number of the businesses, they're calling me saying that students are hanging out. Students are stealing from their businesses. There were 2 or 3 fights in at Taco Bell, something like that. So those are the things, those are the reasons why we would say, we need to shut that down because it's having a negative impact on our school community.
Okay. That would be it. Thank you so much for your time.
Well, excellent.